Hey guys, Tisha here, and I have one question. What's going on with these ladies? I don't know what to call this, so I figured what better way to talk about our thoughts than this another what? Say what? I'm not even gonna delete it because I want you all to know that whenever I type that out, that's exactly how it sounds in my head, is the way that I just said it. I'm about to go in on each of these women, not because I don't like them, but because I'm tired of the foolishness and their naive nature. I'm gonna be reading a lot, so I'm apologizing in advance if I sound like a robot. I need Meri to know that Kody does not even step foot in that house, yet she's telling us that she's surprised that he doesn't want her. Shannon Bonnie, I hope that I pronounced your name correctly, said in the comment section, it's concerning how delusional Meri is. And I think it is too. This man told Meri that he's been faking it with her for years. He told her that there is no us. This man said you should move to Utah, even though originally that man and some of his wives were the same people who gave Meri such a hard time about that bread and breakfast, even being bought in Utah. They weren't willing to use the family money for that business, but her so-called friend, once the business was established, was trying to figure out a way that they would split up that money or the proceeds of that business to the family, despite not investing in it. That alone should have allowed Meri to see that she is being used. Kody doesn't come to her house. They barely include her in functions, but she helped put down a substantial down payment for that $1 million home that the bird and Cootie, yes, Cootie, the house that they're in. If you ask me, that house is just as much Janelle's and Meri's as it is Robin's, because they put more money down probably on that home than even Robin and Kody did. He told Meri that he wouldn't divorce her, but he did. He divorced her so that he could be legally married to Robin. And he used the kids being adopted as a way of getting out of that marriage that he truly no longer wanted to be in with Meri. You can't tell me otherwise. I don't want to hear anything else that they have to say. The facts are the facts, and we're seeing things for what they are. Because with that family, especially those two individuals, you have to go off of what they're showing you versus what they're saying. Because a lot of what they say is lies. Even Christine and Janelle in older episodes, when they were talking about this adoption, knew that it was fishy. One of the things that I've enjoyed about doing these reviews and having these conversations with you all is that as subscribers and viewers, those of you who haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do it if you haven't. As we dispute our differences, I like that we do so in a respectful manner. So I figured that I wanted to add some of the things that I noticed in some of my other videos, as well as my Say What videos concerning Meri. And I felt like what better way than to start this off with Pink Light. It's a little lengthy, but what Pink Light said is spot on, and it actually made me think a little bit. Pink Light said, totally agree that Meri's self-esteem or respect is non-existent, at least at where we are in the show. I think what gets overlooked a lot in discussions of what of why Meri stays in the cult is because of conditioning. She truly still believes that they have a spiritual commitment that transcends death, and that she and Kody will be together in the afterlife. If that's the case, why would she leave? Why would she believe that Cody is really done with her if they are bound to one another for eternity. Meri's family converted to the AUB when she was a child, and Janelle converted as an adult. Oftentimes, it's converts who hold most strongly to the religious beliefs because they are so grateful to have been saved from whatever horrible fate awaited them before their conversion to the true faith. I think that's what the two of them have struggled with so much, with the idea of actually leaving Cody. Pink Light is right. There is still so much about this family that I will never understand. And I struggle a lot of times with the scenes with Meri because I do see the humanity in her, and I do try to take into consideration a little bit that she has been conditioned and that it's going to take a lot more, because we've seen it over the years since it's been this long. It's going to take a lot more for her to get out. And I'm hoping that she finds a way to sever ties with Cody that allows her to be able to maintain her dignity, to get some of her money back, and for her to move on and find love. We then go to Christine. MJ Forever Lover 9 says, "That's why Christine gets a side eye from me. I understand she was young when she got married. However, I'm sure she did some similar things that Robin did. And that's why Janelle's always never validated Christine's feelings in the earlier seasons. And also why I think Cody can say she was a mean sister wife because of what she did when she first entered the family. And then her obvious jealousy once Robin entered." I agree. You see, life was good and somewhat tolerable when she was that last and third wife. In her eyes, she was the bridge, that final step on their hunt to find the trio that was the wives. She didn't care about how the other ladies were suffering as long as she had Cody and their kids. I'm not saying that Christine was selfish. I'm saying that I don't think that Christine really took the time to see things from the other wife's perspective until she became a wife that had to learn how to adjust to another person. See, it's easy to sit there and to be the bubbly one when you're thinking that you're the last, when you're told that you're what's bringing joy and balance to the family. It's really easy to be on that, what did they call it, the easy road that Cody and Christine had before the fourth wife was added. But Robin coming along really popped. It popped, pop, 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 pop. All of the bubbles that Christine was floating on, because her place was no more. But even with that, I think what makes me feel sorry for Christine is because, let me be clear, she's very much one of my favorites, especially now that I'm watching the rewatch. But I feel sorry for her because of the amount of time that she also sacrificed her joy. Very early on in the first season, Christine was letting us know that she was not happy, that Cody wasn't spending enough time with her, that she felt like he was abandoning the family and all those things. And Christine, from that point on, struggled within their marriage. I think a lot of times we pinpoint Meri because of everything that happened with the catfish and all that other stuff. But when you really look back at the older episodes, Christine had been struggling for a significantly long time. And seeing her now saying that she is tired of holding up the mantle and being the joy and being the chef and being a moneymaker and being a teacher and being a nanny and being all these things to that family, she has managed to get out of a loveless marriage. And for that, I'm so excited for her. I just want Christine to, and maybe it's because we're still like in the midst of everything happening now, I want her to get to the point where she doesn't have to reference Cody at all. Because her not talking about Cody would really take some of that air out of his balloon, because Cody likes to be the focal point. Cody wants to feel like he is a topic of discussion. And as long as we keep talking about him, he's going to be able to continue to be on this show. And I want us to stop putting money in Cody's pocket. We then have Robin. Robin has cried so much that we don't even believe or feel compassion towards her, even if the tears are real at this point. She lied from day one, telling us that she was abused and she lived in polygamy, when really we know that the bird herself never lived a day in polygamy. If your father goes from state to state to see his wives, how can you be the resident advisor for polygamy? Like, Cody loves to talk about how Robin is just such a great wife and all these other things, and how she's the person that he would go to with certain things. But Robin didn't really know about what would make a good polygamous wife, because Robin never observed what traditional polygamous wives look like. Like, if you watch older seasons, right now I'm reviewing season 5 of Sister Wives, and there's a family called the Doggers, and they show what we thought the Browns were. Like, they are 3 wives that live with their one husband with 23 kids in this one home. And it seems like they have a functional marriage. Now, they could be like the Browns too, where we're just seeing one version of them, but we've seen them in other episodes on the show, and you don't hear the same complaints or see the struggles with affection and all these other things with them. So I just feel like there's something missing there. And Robin saw it. Robin knew from day one when she met Cody, however she met Cody, whether it was at the party where she saw Cody in town at first and then asked questions about him and then pursued him, whether Meri introduced them, whatever the situation was, she knew that the Browns were about to be on TV. She did. So Robin, throughout the years, has been able to act her ass off and solidify a position in the family as what is the head wife, even though she doesn't want to call herself that. Let's think about this. Robin is supposed to be so great. And even on the most recent episode, and I didn't talk about it in my review, but there was a point where they were talking about how many pieces of something they had. I don't know if it was chicken. I don't know if it was dessert. I don't know what it was for that fake party that they were throwing for the purposes of us watching the show. But you're telling us, the viewers, that you love Truly so much. And one of the things that you love about her is that you both arrived in the family at the same time, because when you started courting with Cody, that Christine was pregnant and yada, yada, yo. And you can't even make sure that the girl has enough cupcakes or chicken or whatever it was for her party, because it was an afterthought. Y'all made it seem like it was a party. You probably used somebody's old banner and put it up, but you really love this child. I'll talk about Robin maybe in another review, as she continues to get on my nerves during these episodes. But that's all I wanted to say about her, because my main focus for this video happens to be Janelle. I used to feel like Janelle was one of my favorites, but in watching back, it used to always be Janelle and Christine. And in watching back, it's no longer Janelle and Christine, y'all. It's just Janelle. Janelle's not a favorite anymore. She's not my favorite anymore. Janelle was presented to us as a moneymaker. Let me go back. Who is Janelle? Think about it in your mind. Who is Janelle? Because as I was just saying, she was presented to us as a wife. as a mother, as the moneymaker, as the financial strategist, as the worker bee, as Cody's best friend. But who is she really? Have we ever seen Janelle really be strong in her stance? Really be strong even in her religious beliefs, because we can go back to how she at one point was with Cody as far as feeling like Easter was a pagan holiday, but be willing to celebrate it with Christine once her and Cody are separated. Who or what does Janelle stand for? JBLK CNS said, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I just want to make sure that I say your name. Said, there was absolutely no reason Meri or Janelle couldn't stay back with the older kids so they could finish high school. They saw what the first move did to Hunter, Maddie, and Leon, but went on and did the same thing to the middles. What's the point of all those extra adults if none of them have a brain in their heads? Is that Jay Blackens? Maybe it's Jay Blackens. I'm going to say Jay Blackens. I just saw it and I think that's what it is. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Jay Blackens, I agree. But where they go one, they go all, remember? That's what Cody likes to say. And I do remember Cody telling Leon that when Leon wanted to stay in Utah when they were originally moving to Nevada. You see, Janelle didn't want to move to Flagstaff when they made that move. She was one of the main ones complaining about how hard the move was for her kids, especially Hunter. Yet she did it. Not only did she do it, but she drove between their home in Flagstaff. Well, I should say her home because everybody had their own place that they were renting. Their home in Flagstaff and their old homes in Vegas for several months because she was trying to sell all of their houses. So after seeing how rough the move was on her children, if I was her, there's no way that I would risk it happening again. I would have stayed in Vegas until my child, because in this case, her main concern really at that point was Gabe, would be until my child finished high school and was able to then move on into whatever capacity that they want to. It may sound like it's crazy for me to say, okay, I would stay back with my child. But think about it. Military families, some, do it all the time. I know at one part of my life, my father stayed in a different state because he didn't want to uproot the family. And it was for, I think, like a good 3 years. And they made it work. So I completely understand what Jay Blackens is saying when it's like, why couldn't one of the adults stay behind for the sake of the children? Because it seems like a lot of times they're willing to sacrifice these children. Have we seen Janelle waver? In my opinion, we have. Have we really seen her not kiss up to Cody in one way or another? Because in my opinion, we have. There are many instances where Janelle asks questions and she tends to lean towards the same thoughts as Cody. The one house thing, I don't think that was her just doing it because Cody wanted it. I believe that Janelle really, really thought that the one house was beneficial. But there are other instances where Janelle kind of was quiet and observed and saw what Cody wanted, and then she went from there. No, not as badly as Robin, but she did, do that. How doesn't Janelle have a problem with Robin, but she's gone a whole year talking to Robin? These are the types of contradictions I'm talking about. How doesn't she have a problem with Meri anymore, but she's managed to go a whole year without talking to Meri too? See, Christine got a lot of heat because Christine was honest, but Christine said the things that Janelle always wanted to say. Janelle sat there in most recent episodes of Sister Wives in the most recent season. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, or go back and watch my review. And she said that her and Robin were never friends, that Robin is 10 years younger than her and they have nothing in common. She never really bonded with Robin's children, but for years they wanted us to feel like they were friendly and like they were like sisters. Go back and watch. If you don't remember, go back and watch some of the earlier seasons, and they kept talking about sister wife this, sister wife that. We're friends, we're this, we're bonded, which is part of the reason why they came up with that stupid sister wife's closet thing that never went anywhere. Get the F out of here. We're not going to sit here and continue to blame Christine for some of the things that have gone on in this family and not take a look at Janelle. Janelle, I love Janelle a little bit, but I'm tired of it. And watching a lot of the old episodes, Janelle always voted opposite of what Christine voted. Janelle didn't even speak up for Christine when Christine was talking about all the different things that Cody didn't do for her and how Cody wasn't there for her. Even when she was saying what she was saying at the table, Janelle was very aware of how she responded when she went to that dinner with her friends and Christine was speaking against Cody, because Janelle still wants to kind of have one foot in that door. Janelle has kind of been just about Janelle for a long time. I'm not saying that her and Christine's friendship isn't real. I'm not saying that over the years they haven't grown a real sisterhood. I do believe that they have. But I also feel that Janelle benefits more from being Christine's friend at this point than Christine benefits from being hers. Janelle knows that her children very much revolve around Christine. To the point that when Christine was talking about Thanksgiving, Gabe and Garrison said they wanted to be wherever Christine was. Janelle even made the statement that my kids are going wherever, Christine is going. They're revolving around her. I'll give Meri a slight pass because Meri was brought up in polygamy. But I'm not giving Janelle as much of a pass because Janelle came in as an adult. She reminds us frequently in earlier episodes that she is the one whose family is not polygamous, that her mother is the only one who was living polygamy. And that happened right before her and Cody got married. That timid talk that she does, the way she said, honey, I just want to enjoy my birthday. I don't want to talk about those things. Might be a little bit of, thought into that. Because I'm not going to enjoy my birthday with the man that disregards my kids. And she went out for her birthday with Cody, who she claimed to be done with, even though Christine was around and in town. So she could have hung out with Christine for her birthday. I don't understand how Janelle was ever over the finances and she has nothing to show for it. At this point, all she has is that mobile trailer and maybe a little bit of Coyote Pass. Ty Knuckle Chuck, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, said, when Janelle said she wants to put greenhouses on the property, I was so confused. The fact that she thinks she can still move on to the property and then potentially see Robin and Cody living together every day there too makes me think she is just stomping her feet and not reconciling until she gets what she really wants, which is her house on the property. That's what this separation is really all about. And it should be about how Cody treats her kids. Because if it was, she'd have peace by now. I couldn't have said that better myself. Janelle is holding out because she wants the property. Mel 682 says, the property in Flagstaff is the only thing with her name on it. And she probably hopes to buy it. I don't think Cody will ever build there. He probably will end up selling everything, and Janelle will end up having something to her name. Marcy Arrow, Chris, I think that is, 678 adds, Janelle's money is tied up in Coyote Pass, and it is. Now, from what I understand, people are saying that as of the summertime that they have finished paying on the property, and that Meri and I believe Christine's names are not on it, and that it's Cody, Robin, and Janelle. But don't quote me on it because I don't know the logistics of it. I don't know how it works out, but they are saying that the property is paid off. And I guess that's why Bess 7953 says, I'm wondering if Janelle is waiting on a TLC bonus check to stay on so they can have a season 19. That's the only reason I could think of to motivate her to even think about staying. Is she in negotiations for another season? If she stays, there's hope for many more seasons. I didn't think about it until I read that comment. And that's a really good point, that staying does help, because it's got to be hard to already be filming Christine in one location and the other family in another. I did notice that there has been a lot of self-filming this episode for the season. They got a lot of like regular phones on tripods and stuff like that. So I don't think that there is as much production there as there has been in past seasons. And it would make sense for her to negotiate something, especially because we, the viewers, want to see what's going to happen. Maybe Janelle is 5 steps ahead, and in my frustration with her sticking around, I'm still missing that she may legitimately have an end goal. And the comment section helped me realize that. So thanks, guys. Let me know how you're enjoying Say What. Is this something that you think we should continue? I want to make sure that I'm bringing content that you all are enjoying. If you have not already, please like the video. Go ahead and leave a comment down in there, because as you can see, I do read them. I try to respond to all of them. I actually have some that I need to go and respond to now, because I appreciate your time. You do not have to take the time to listen to me, to watch me, to even respond to me, but it does mean a lot to me. So thank you for doing that. And until next time.